Hi, how y'all doing? It is November the 1st, 2025. Here in Ontario, Canada, same as yesterday, minus the rain, right? It's completely cloud covered, whited out. I got to see the clear sky in the rise a little bit, about an hour after, to the south. There was a hole, but it covered up, right? They must be doing stuff up there they don't want us to see. So, yeah. Schuman yesterday was at 10. So down a little bit from the day before. My ears are not ringing at all today. I had a very good sleep last night. I didn't wake up until what, 4 or 5 in the middle of the night, right? To go to the bathroom, and then I went back to bed and slept till 7. I dreamt all night. Like one of my son's felines slept on my bed because as soon as I sat up, she was right there, and I didn't see her jump up on my bed, right? So she must have needed some comfy energy from me, or she was protecting me. I dreamt all night, just dumb stuff that I consider dumb stuff, right? So, yeah. I forgot to mention yesterday, too, when I was talking about what they do to the children in school with the standardized testing and the handlers, right? One of the biggest sex or child traffickers is the churches, right? Because people take their children there and leave them alone with the preachers. If he says it, they'll do whatever he says because he's God to those folks, right? It's sad. And then you wonder why you have uh, people growing up and doing what do they call mass shootings at those places, right? Because that person was hurt by that place. So yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? People trust way too easy. I never forced my children to go there at all. I wasn't forced. Well, my aunt, my mother's sister, manipulated me and my sister so we would go with her all the time. Right? Other than that, my mother never went. So, yeah, I didn't see no need to send mine. Right? What did I write down? Oh, I seen a woodpecker in the rise. I did, a female in my tree, so I looked up the spiritual meaning. And it's about keep on going. New beginnings are happening, right? So I was like, right on, thank you, and away she went. So yeah, a lot of mental illness going around right now, but as part of their biblical prophecy, you know, it is. These people were isolated themselves for 2 years, like the government told them to, and that breeds mental illness, right? A lot of people have left the earth plane because of it. And a lot of people have lost their minds, right? Because they were stuck at home with people that didn't love them, that were their abusers, right? Or they're the abuser themselves. And this is just, yeah, something that they never should have done, all right? Me, I didn't isolate so much, but I'm always isolated, right? Because I can't walk that far. So I don't go out because I can't walk that far, all right? See what I'm saying? But I do once in a while just to get out. So I'm not, because being isolated all the time is not good for your mental health. It really isn't. But I let my family members come over and stuff, and I did not make them wear masks. And I was fine. They were fine. We're still here, right? My, one of my sons, my second son, I have 4, right? 6 children. The first three, the first 3 are males, and then there's 2 females, and then a male, right? So that was the order they came in. My second son blew his thumb off last night. Or somebody blew his thumb off. Right? Because I can't trust what he says because he lies to me. Right? Trying to protect others or him, me, whatever. Right? But yeah, he sent me pictures and his thumb right down to the knuckle. The top of it is gone. Right? Said he was playing with gunpowder. That's what he said, right? You know? I guess he spent a few hours in the hospital last night. A place I'll never go, right? The enemy. And I phoned him up and I said, "Are you drinking?" He was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, you need to stop. Smoke a joint, eat some food, and relax." You know? I said, "It's karma." I said, "What hand?" He said, "Left." I said, "Oh, it's your father's side." He says, "I never thought about that." Right? You know what I mean? Because his father was an alcoholic too. He lost one of his legs from the knee down from alcoholism. And then he died last year, right? He was a shadow of the man he used to be. So, yeah, I know my son sent me a picture of him when they went down to see him before he died, right? So, yeah, I've been telling them, knock it off. There's two of my boys, number 2 and number 3, heavy into the alcohol and drugs probably too, right? Because you get drunk, you do stupid shit, you know? You don't think straight. And, yeah, I laid into I laid into both of them. Because the ones phoned me, left me a message at like almost 11 last night when I was sleeping, saying that to go to the hospital with him because he needs to keep his mouth shut. Tell him to keep his mouth shut, right? So I phoned him, the one that left me the message, and I give him tough love, right, out of this mouth of mine. I told him the only reason I do this is because I care about you and I love you. Instead of drinking and doing drugs, come help me paint, right? But he's ignoring me because his mind's probably going to, the mental illness, right? Seeing as how he's just his girlfriend took his baby and left, We haven't seen hide nor hair of her since this happened. And what? When did she leave? Before last October? No. Oh goodness, it's been a while, right? This year sometime, the spring. I can't remember now. It's been so long. But yeah, that took a big toll on them. Men let women do that to them. I don't understand that. I never have. If a woman treats you bad and you were in love with her and she screws around on you or takes your shit, well, you need to man up. Kick her to the curb, right? If she's abusing you and start all over. It's so easy. There's millions of people out there that are looking for somebody to love, right? But yet they get hung up on this one person and then they turn into alcoholics or drug addicts or just, poor me, poor me. Well, I don't stand for that. You know what I mean? I've had to start my life over several times throughout my whole life. My house burnt down when I was 8 years old. My father left when I was 5, right? My mother moved houses several times. And then when I turned into an adult, there was more change. I divorced both my husbands because they tried to kill me. My fiance screwed around on me and kicked me out of the house, right? You know what I mean? I had to hurry up and find out what I was going to do, figure it out. But I did it. Because nobody's going to look after me like I can look after me, right? You got to woman up, man up. Just do it because you're worth it, right? Don't let somebody bring you down like that. I think it's the most foolish thing ever. People get into their emotions and then start feeling sorry for themselves. Oh, you poor little thing. You know what I mean? I get worse than this when I speak to my boys when they're acting like that, right? I taught them to be men. It's unfortunate that society, engineered society, has taught them to be different, right? Taught them to be weak little bitches. And I don't consent to that. Not at all. Not while I'm still standing, right? Or sitting, or laying down, whatever the case may be, right? I know. I wasn't into my emotions really. I'm just, as a mother, I look after what I heard last night from them and think, what the hell are you doing? I raised you better than this, right? Oh well. It is what it is, isn't it? It really is. It is what it is. And then I heard a noise outside, somebody beating something. So I looked out the window, and two of my neighbors' children that got the vax, right, had this giant pumpkin. The boy had a baseball bat. The little girl had some kind of hammer, little sledgehammer thing, and were smashing the shit out of it across the street on the sidewalk. Right? The little boy was very angry. You should have seen how he was beating that thing. Right? And I was like, oh boy, it's got to the children too. Right? I was talking to my youngest son, and he said, "Oh, it's okay, mommy, just getting out his anger and shit." And I said, "Yeah, if that's all it is." I said, "Who knows? He doesn't think, ooh, that felt so good," and go start smashing other shit up, right? You know what I mean? But his parents are probably drug addicts and didn't even know he was outside doing it, right? So, yeah, we just this is what it is. The energy right now, right? Big Mama Source is moving people off the land, right? Their minds are going. They're going to off themselves or uh, all kinds of stuff. There's been lots of accidents lately. People are going crazy while driving, right? And off of themselves. It's just what it is. It was prophesized in their biblical scripture, right? But people have read the Bible wrong. That's not what the preachers have been telling you, right? There's another way to look at it. When you know about the aliens, the Anunnaki, inbred motherfuckers, right? They started it all. They didn't have a good tree to be splicing their DNA into us. So, yeah, I see the mental illness all around. But I'm at ease. I'm at peace. I am. I was going to make a turkey pie for my dinner today. And then I was like, yeah, there's going to be 3 pieces left when I'm done, right? Like big pieces, because I'll cut it in half, kind of half again, right? Quarter it, I guess you call it. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather make it fresh. I'll wait till my son comes home and have it for dinner one night this week, right? Because I was trying to figure out what I'm going to make myself for dinner. But yeah, it's just what it is. Um, right now, just be fearless. Trust in yourself. Trust the Big Mama Source. She had a plan, and it's coming to fruit. It doesn't look like anybody thought it would be looking like. There is no rapture. Rapture is not even in the Bible, the word itself, right? It's just something that preachers made up, or the fake prophets, all right, that wrote books, became famous, saying what shit was going to come down, right? Only you yourself knows. The God within knows, right? I had a quiet night last night. There was hardly any children outside at all. I heard some of the girls in the neighborhood, but that was it. It was done early, right? My son had a good birthday, though. So, yeah, I'm just having a quiet day, right? Learning new stuff. That's all there is to do. Feel the energy and learn stuff you didn't know about. You just got to get past your ego. All right. I think that's all I want to talk about today. I do. Hopefully my son's smarting the fuck up. All right. Every day I'm stronger than the day before. Every day, my intuition is stronger than the day before. And every day I have more gratitude than the day before. Remember, shield yourself up, put yourself in a translucent bubble whenever you have to go out. Ask your ancestors to be with you and protect you, and you'll be fine. Okay? Be good people, cause no harm, tell no lies. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Bye.